downfield. Can they do it again? Yes, they can!
And the catch is made by Taj Washington. Touchdown, USC.
Blocked by Embiid! Timmy, yes!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Beef Up Front podcast here on Pick Swap Media. This is your host, Ryan Coyle, as always, back today with part 3 of our CJ Stroud film breakdown series, going through 3 of his games from this past year. We went through his Notre Dame game and his Michigan game, and today we'll be going through his Georgia game, which is by far his best game, maybe the best overall quarterbacking game of this entire draft class. A masterclass performance here against Georgia. He went 23 of 34 for 348 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. And he also ran the ball 12 times for 34 yards. Did wind up losing 42-41, but this loss was not on him. A great game. And this is the game where you pop in this film and you can convince yourself that he should be the number 1 overall pick in the draft. Few mistakes in this one, and I'm really excited to get into it. Just a lot of awesome plays for the 6'3", 218-pound quarterback out of Ohio State. I'll just start off with, after this game, it had me walking away thinking, not by much, but I would have him above Bryce Young in my quarterback rankings. I'm still working through the entire list, but I would have CJ Stroud at the top of that list right now after this game. I just think his size and the ability to throw the ball is very, very good. My comparison to him is a Joe Burrow type. Not as good as Joe Burrow, but somewhat pretty mobile, but he is good out of structure. He can beat you from the pocket as well. And if you're getting a Joe Burrow type guy right there, I'll take it. There's Bryce's overall skill set, I don't think exactly outweighs the size concerns for me personally. But I'm a huge fan of Stroud, and we're going to see why today. This is his best game of the season, so let's get right into it. A bit of a slow start. They don't start that hot, but he comes out throwing, firing right away. And this is a Georgia defense, as we know, littered with, if not first-round picks this year, first-round picks next year. Just a bunch of guys. Jalen Carter was in position to be a top-5 pick. One area of concerns on CJ Stroud's game a little bit is some timing is off at times. Obviously, everything's not going to be perfect, but like a play like that right there, just a little bit timing's off. That leads to an incompletion, and here we are on a 3rd and 7. A little bit of handsy play by the corner there, but CJ Stroud and Marvin Harrison make up for it throughout this game before Harrison actually gets hurt. So that's something to watch out for, and kind of how Georgia, I think, came back. Not the best. This is, like I said, a bit of a rough start. Pressure up the middle, he struggles a lot because he's not that great in like a one-on-one space with someone quicker than him. That's where Bryce Young might be a little bit better, where he's able to kind of stop on a dime and evade a guy. When CJ Stroud, there's a free rusher coming at him, he rarely escapes that. And if there's nowhere to throw, he's just going to take a sack most of the time. So that's one area of his game where Bryce Young and like a guy like Anthony Richardson's above him right now. But Stroud does have some good mobility when he's out of the pocket. But when it's a free rusher one-on-one, that's where he tends to struggle the most. Get the free rush here. No one picks him up. And we're going to start it off with a bad first drive. But after this, it's kind of all uphill from here. It's a great throw there. Just showing the pure arm strength, ability to layer it to a different part of the field. Looks off his guys over there. Marvin Harrison loses his guy with ease. Just layers that, 15, 20-yard completion there. And here we go. We're moving. Really like that play there as well. Not sure if they show the back angle, but if they do, yeah. So this is awesome. He's got another free rusher kind of coming through here. Feels that. This time he's going to sidestep it, step up, climb the pocket, keep the eyes downfield, and deliver a dart to his guy in space, allow him to pick up a few yards after the catch as well. This is pure quarterback play right here. Love that ability to sidestep and then eventually climb up and deliver to your guys still on target. So after that slow start, here we go. 2 really nice passes back to back. Shows the ability to shuffle his feet, reset. It's a touchdown here. This is a play that we really saw CJ Stroud kind of in this game. Coming into this game, the story around him was he never makes plays outside the pocket. I watched the Notre Dame and Michigan game. He was making plays outside the pocket. This one, he takes it to a different level, kind of balls to the wall mentality here. I think he wanted to restrict the amount of hits he takes, and this one he winds up rushing it 12 times. The rushes in college count as, or sacks in college count as a rush, but still, we have the opportunity here where we're going to flush and we're going to keep our eyes downfield and we're going to make a play. Marvin Harrison, kind of in a loose ball drill or whatever you want to call it, gets free, and CJ Stroud's able to put it on him in the end zone. And here we go. We're up 7-0. His ability to get out of the pocket is very good, and it's not being talked about, I think, enough throughout the kind of draft circles. He's hyped up to be this statue pocket quarterback. He can get out of the pocket and move here. They love to bring some extra backers. There he goes. He sees that the big opening down there. Let me put it out in front of my guy, lead him, touchdown. Marvin Harrison was dominating before he got the concussion too. High there. You'd like to see that kind of more on the numbers. Maybe give your guy a better chance to make a guy miss one-on-one, but, every throw is not going to be perfect. That's a play we're seeing. It's a bit of a simple play, but that's a play I think we're seeing in the NFL a lot now. These kind of naked boots out of the pistol too, where, all right, let's hit this guy on the run, 2nd and 8. And this is a tight end where Stover, where if you watch the Michigan or the Notre Dame, you might bash on him. If this is like an NFL tight end, if this is, I think Hayden Hurst signed with the Panthers. If this is Hayden Hurst, this might be a first down. This is at least like a 7-8 yard gain, I would think, to like a more athletic tight end. Stover, just not much quickness at all. It gives the guy easy ability to come and catch up to him. But able to hit that throw on the move, going to his left. I like that there. Can throw seeds too. Very good in the quick game. Able to, get it right away, get the ball out of his hands and go. Let's move the chains. Let's get another first down. Great ability to layer it in different parts of the field. I think that makes him one of the things that makes him very special. Is not like a simple dink and dunk quarterback. He will take what is given to him, but he can work all parts of the field, and that's what we're looking for in these top flight NFL quarterbacks. Another circumstance here where he's throwing on the move, another boot. I like that. Kind of get him out of the pocket, get him on the move, let him reset his feet where it's not like, a pure boot where he's just running. This is an opportunity for him to put it in play action, get out of the pocket, reset his feet, step up, deliver. Other side of the field, another great play there. Marvin Harrison's got to be aware, a guy's coming behind you there. Got a bit lucky on that one. But keeps the drive open. Harrison was just abusing defensive backs in this game. It was insane. Some of these guys are going to be like 1st and 2nd round picks, and he was just toying with them, and he's coming back for another year of college football next season. Second and 5 here, working out of the gun. Not much there on the zone read, kind of stuffed there. I believe this is a missed touchdown here by Marvin Harrison. Yeah, this is a play that Harrison, normally I think he's making that. I think that's right where you want to put it. That should be a catch. In college, you only need to get your 1 foot into. Another good play there where CJ Stroud showing that ability to get out of the pocket, rewinding a little bit, but able to get out of the pocket here on the move, and he puts it one-on-one coverage only where his receiver can get it. Harrison loses him, just isn't able to bring it in. I think that's kind of right where you want to put it. Don't give that D-back enough time to potentially catch up. That's just a drop there. It should be a touchdown. Believe Ohio State punches it in on the next play on a rush. So now here they are up 14-7. As I was talking about earlier, struggles a little bit with making those guys miss in that one-on-one free space. Able to do it there, though. Sidestep a guy. That's Jalen Carter, too, I believe. Pick up another first down. Underrated mobility, but still not the quick twitch, like top-notch athlete that we kind of see from Anthony Richardson and Bryce Youngmore. Uses that. That's like a Big Ben type play right there. Use that good frame of his, that good size, that strength he has, shakes off a defender, able to still climb up in the pocket, keep those eyes downfield, navigating, and his guy gets free at the end, delivers another touchdown pass here. I believe this is Harrison again. Kind of splits that double team right there too. There we go again. 21-7. That's Keelan Ringo coming into the game. He was being viewed as like a top 10 corner. Marvin Harrison went out there and torched him. CJ Stroud putting it right on his receiver. And if you can't tell by my comments already, Marvin Harrison is going to be a stud. He might even be in like Drake May, Caleb Williams up there, but he's going to be in conversation to be like a top 5 overall pick next season. But one guy missed, two guys missed. Set my feet, make that third guy miss as well, and let's complete the throw for another touchdown pass. Another uncharacteristic drop there by Harrison. That's a catch and plenty of room to run if he's able to shake that one tackle. Like some of the mistakes in this game or the inconsistencies are not Stroud's fault. Doesn't feel the pressure there. His left tackle gets absolutely bull rushed into him. Let's set a play where he might want to right here. If he sees us getting beat, all right, let me reset and flush, or I'm going to have to climb really quickly, and maybe I can skirt through the hole a little bit here or find a guy going downfield, but doesn't really feel the pressure here, and he kind of walks right into a sack. I did like the two hands on the ball there, though, when he did notice the rusher coming in, was able to protect it and prevent a fumble. Another good, accurate ball with a defender draped on him in coverage. Misses there. It was a bit of a broken play. I think that they wanted to the run, if not right to the flat. They covered that, or Georgia covered that up pretty well. Nice little rocket screen there. Nothing, special from the quarterback spot in that one. Very good at hitting these guys over in the middle of the field, and that's a big thing in today's NFL. It's so much about, I think, in the NFL these days, getting the ball to your playmakers in space and giving it to them in stride with room to run. And CJ Stroud has shown the ability to do that really well in that 8 to 12 to 15 kind of area, yardage area on his throws. He's able to kind of layer it in there and give his guys the ability to make plays after the catch. Another one there, hits a slant, far hash. Keelan Ringo just got torched in this one. If NFL GM's taking him in the first round, they're going to have to bring up this film and kind of back up their stance on why. Awesome ball there for a touchdown. Great play by the receiver too, but another example there of him being able to layer it to all different parts of the field. And one of the big things I think I saw from him earlier in the season, everything was kind of a fastball. Great touch, loft on that one. If you're throwing that one 100 miles per hour, that's most likely getting intercepted. Able to float it over the defender's head in and around 3 different defenders. Receiver makes a great play after the catch as well. But very nice throw here by Stroud. Step up. Just a flick of the wrist. Only where the receiver could get it. A little too high, maybe a little too further out. That corner's coming over on that backside, able to pick it off. Great back end here. Back end view here. So you got these two safeties going out. Does a good job of looking them off on that right side. He knows this whole time he wants to get the middle of the field. So he wants to get the safeties going to the hash. So he wants this safety here hitting that area. He wants this safety here hitting that area. Able to really look it off, and he knows this whole time he wants the running back actually coming up here through the middle. The middle of the field is going to be wide open unless this linebacker is going to turn and run with him, which most likely which he kind of tries to do, but that's a linebacker on a running back. Most of the time he's not going to be able to compete with that, and the running back makes a really nice play here, going up, grabbing it, and he makes a nice play after the catch. But he gets dusted on this kind of route here, tries to chuck him, doesn't chuck him instead of just turning and run with him. Great use of the eyes there by CJ Stroud, able to fool the safeties and get a good matchup there at the linebacker for an eventual touchdown. Beautiful play there by Stroud. So far, I don't think I've had any complaints. Maybe besides the 2 sacks, but other than that, when it comes in terms of throwing the ball, he's been as close to perfect as you can be. Another awesome ball there, and that kind of bootleg that I was talking about earlier, where he's going to roll out and then he's going to reset his feet and he's going back to the opposite side of the field. Really like that play, and I'm sure whatever coaching staff brings him in, that's going to be something that they look to bring in because he's shown the ability to do that time and time again against this Georgia defense especially. Another instance there, layering it into that intermediate area of the field. Shows the ability to step up here. Sees his receivers got his man beat, got him on his tail. Let's put it out in front of him, pick up another first down. Great at moving the chains, too. Always isn't trying to take like the big play, the home run ball. Really good, given what the defense gives him, whether it's in the short area, the intermediate area, or he can take the shot downfield as well. Here we go, another touchdown there. Not too much from him here. Just a nice play by the Ohio State offense. You get the entire kind of team blocking that way, the play fake, and then we're going to put our playmaker in space there, give him some room to run. So that's it. That was his third. This is his 4th touchdown of the game. No, excuse me, 3rd touchdown. 4th? That might be his 4th. Lost track. But yeah, they go up 35. Yeah, unless there was just that one rushing touchdown. This is his 4th touchdown in the 3rd quarter against this Georgia defense that is hyped up as the best defense in the country. 35-24, they got him on the ropes. Georgia's shaking out here. Another sack there. Doesn't feel that opposite side pressure. That popped up earlier in the season as well. He's got to do a better job when those corners are coming, being able to feel that, I think. That's a dangerous ball as well. I know it's 3rd and 16, but we're throwing from our own end zone. So, worst comes to worst, just throw this away and we punt. This, you're kind of throwing it over the middle of the field. That gets picked off around the 40-yard line, and the guy has room to run. That's just a dangerous throw. 3 defenders right over the middle, and you're up right now 35-24. So you have the lead. Let's not go out there and make any stupid plays and potentially give them a momentum swing. This is definitely a red flag from him in this one. But, that has a chance to get picked off there if that defensive back doesn't lose his footing. Gets bailed out there. The defense stops him. Heady play there. He sees, Ringo's back to him. Harrison, it's a bit of a broken play, but we see that more and more in the NFL now, especially if your offense is stagnant at the time. Let me just throw one down the field and try and get some yardage out of it. In the NFL, that's a spot foul. College, it's only 15 yards right now, but that's a very heady play by him. He doesn't see anything. Worst comes to worst, let's just throw it around. And Harrison, all he has to do is try and come back to the ball. That's what he does there, and they're able to draw the flag. And I think it was 1st and 20, so here we go, 1st and 10, and we kind of make up some of that lost yardage. Good ability there to get out of it, some pressure, flush. It does show the ability. Like, he's quicker than you think. He's not super fast, but that's kind of what I was saying about Joe Burrow, where Burrow can escape and he can run a little bit. They do put him in some zone reads every once in a while, but not afraid to use his legs when he has to. And that's the big thing. I think the difference between a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, where he can move, and this is what I was talking about with Bryce. They can move, they're quick, they can run, but they're going to try and beat you with their arm as much as possible. But when in doubt and push comes to shove, money on the line, they can use their legs to get it first. And CJ Stroud shows the ability to do that there. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but layering it over the intermediate parts of the field there once again. Hurts Ohio State a lot here. I don't believe they get a touchdown on this drive, but I think that's another, I know an incomplete pass, but I think that's another good ball. Like, you create the proper separation there. CJ Stroud puts it into the area where you can go make the catch. He doesn't want to give the DB a chance at all. Fleming's just not able to get any separation on Ringo there. I mean, look right here. They're glued into each other. If he gets any separation off that, this ball is like in the end zone. It's not like he's throwing it out of bounds. That's another very catchable ball, just like it was kind of to Harrison earlier in the game. A 3rd and goal here. Let's see what they bring to the table. Ohio State brings pressure. Stroud just going to huck it out of bounds. Oh, no, this was the one where, that was actually almost a touchdown pass. And this is where Harrison actually gets knocked out of the game for a hit to the head there. But a bit of a risky throw there because, worst comes to worst, you're kicking a field goal and you're going up 38-24. Lofts it up, and was a nice play by Harrison, but he gets decked in the meantime. He's out for the rest of the game, and Ohio State's offense kind of goes stagnant after that. Felt that was pretty good coverage there. Ball gets tipped, too, by Jalen Carter. It was crazy how he does that. All his momentum going the one way, able to get the fingertip on it and alter it going the other way. Another instance there where he's able to use his legs, and that's on 3rd and 7. That's a huge pickup on first down. So Ohio State holding a 38-35 lead with 8:40 to go. Another bullet on the slant there. Like I was saying, he puts his body out on the line when he needs to, when he needs to pick up these big downs or pick up some big yards. See, that is a very, very good kind of learning point from earlier in the game. They brought that same exact pressure off the backside. The other time it was from the different angle camera view. But this corner here coming off on this backside blitz, Stroud knows he saw it earlier in the game. He probably recognizes something in coverage where he's like, all right, here it comes again. He sees 22 creeping in. I guess the safety's going to come down and guard this receiver. He's able to pirouette out of this. Let's tuck it and run. 2nd and 6. Put that body out on the line, and that's a big-time first down right there. 38-35, extend the drive. Great play there by CJ Stroud. Awesome performance from him. Don't like the play call there, going backwards or laterally. We're trying to move the ball down the field, and this is kind of do or die time now. Another big pickup there on 3rd down, though. Puts to the receiver, and the receiver makes a really nice play, kind of stopping on a dime, able to evade that tackle and fall forward, know where the stick is. That was a very good situational awareness play by both of those guys. 1st and 10, up 3. Ooh, poor camera lady there. But I like Ohio State showing some faith in him down the stretch here to run the ball. It's just, I think, one of those things where they coached him not to. That was a huge, huge loss right there. If you watched my Michigan breakdown, this is very reminiscent of the end of the first half in the Michigan game where they had a quick 3 and out. It allowed them to get the momentum change. They went in and scored, and they just went bonanza on them in the second. Michigan went bonanza on Ohio State in the second half. 2nd and 5 here. First, I don't like the play call overall. I believe they're trying to draw up a screen or something, but you just got CJ Stroud going backwards here. He's just going backwards. And pressure coming in. He's just been dialing it up, especially with your guys on one-on-one most of the night. And we're going to have him retreat and look to make a screen out of this. They're making more money than me to make these type of decisions, so give them the benefit of the doubt. But I just don't like this play call here. But especially if you're Stroud, you can't take this sack because this sack is a deep one. I believe it's a 12-yard loss, kind of takes him out of field goal range, and a game that looks like you're getting ready to put away here potentially on this drive. Now it's in limbo again. Just throw it out to the guy in the flat there at least, and you're taking a 12-yard sack there. I mean, that's just huge. He had the guy at least there in the flat to hit. And just like that, 2nd and 5, looks like you're going in to put this game away. A 12-yard loss and then a throwaway here, and you got nothing. I mean, you had him kind of over the middle, but retreating, that gives him the guy enough time to go and make a play on the ball potentially. But they're not able to convert. Georgia eventually goes down, scores a touchdown. Ohio State gets the ball back. Or no, Ohio State kicks the field goal there. Yeah, Ohio State kicks the field goal. Georgia does go down and score a touchdown now. And now CJ Stroud's got to operate with 54 seconds. He's got to go the length of the field pretty much. At least try to get his team in the field goal range. Great ball there. awesome at those throws. That 15 to like 12 to 15 area, he's awesome at layering those in, especially over like defenders' heads. Great play there. We see him trying to navigate this 2-minute drill. Shows the ability again here to tuck and run. Uses great legs there. And now look at them. They got him all the way down here. Field goal range. Lucky that's not an interception there. I forget how this game winds up ending because they're right here in field goal range. Did they even get an attempt off? 3rd and 11. Props to Georgia's defense for sticking up when it mattered most, but very great game. A disappointing overall ending, though, out of CJ Stroud there and at the end, but in Ohio State overall, because I thought they outplayed them most of the game. And when Harrison was in the lineup, especially, they were cooking. But, my overall summary of this game, I just have it right here in the notes. Awesome game. Slices up the best defense in the country time and time again. Just makes one big mistake, I think, that sack that got it into 3rd and 17 when they had it at 2nd and 5. I thought the play call wasn't that good, but he also had the guy out in the flat. Worst comes to worst, we're going back to 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 7, or 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Said we're at 3rd and 17. Kind of takes us out of the chance of getting that touchdown and icing the game away. And that's kind of what comes up to hurt them the most. But I don't think you can put this loss on Stroud. Shows the ability to hit all levels of the field. And if you put up 41 points on Georgia, you should win. So I walked away from this game saying I like him more than Bryce Young. Still want to get to Anthony Richardson. He's the only other guy I think maybe has a chance just because of the raw talent. But as of right now, sitting here on April 13th, I do like CJ Stroud over Bryce Young. I gave him a 9 out of 10 for this game, and projection, I got him going in the top 5, obviously. And my comparison, as I said at the beginning, is going to be Joe Burrow. Don't know if he's going to be as good as him, but if you can get a Joe Burrow light or 75, 80% Joe Burrow, I think that they'll take that because that's probably like a top 12 quarterback in the league. But that'll do it for the CJ Stroud series. Like I said earlier, if you haven't already, go check out the Notre Dame game, probably his worst one. Michigan, pretty well, but had some flaws in there as well. This was his best game. I think that's a good sign as well. He got a lot better throughout the season. So thank you, everyone, for listening. Please like, subscribe, and we'll talk soon.